everybody, I'm Kristen Majorine. Welcome to the Quick and Carry Kitchen. I'm so glad that you have joined us today. I have a great recipe for you. It's really, really good. And oh my gosh, your house is going to smell so delicious while it's cooking. So first of all, I want to welcome all of you that are joining us live. And I want to also welcome all of you that are joining us after the live show. And I have special prizes today. You know that we give away something every week, whether it's one of our Quick and Carry bags or seals or ramekins. We do a lot of different giveaways, but we always do those giveaways for the people that join us live. And I want to give away to the people who join us later, because we know that a lot of you work or you're busy right now while we go live, and we have lots of people that watch the show. We have lots of people who share the show after it's already gone live. So today we're going to do 2 bags as prizes. For those of you who are watching us live, please in the comments tell us where you're from and what size bag you have. And if you could, tag a friend if you have an Instant Pot friend who might be interested in this recipe, which is chicken barbecue. And for you who are watching this later, do the same thing. Tell us where you're from, tell us what size bag you have, and tag a friend. And we will announce the winner of the later bag next week on our Friday show. So 1 today, 1 next week, 2 winners. I think that's more than wonderful to welcome our friends who watch later. So you might have just heard the dinger go off. That's our toaster oven here at work. I have sweet potatoes in warming. I cooked them last night at home, but now I'm warming them up. They're in little foil cases. And we have right here an example of a sweet potato with the chicken barbecue sauce in it, and then I've used some red onions and some cilantro as garnish. This is delicious. It's super easy. This barbecue chicken is special in this way. If you've ever read the ingredients on many store-bought barbecue sauces, they are full of sugar and corn syrup. And I'm trying to eat less sugar, and I know lots of people are, and I wanted to try to make my own barbecue sauce. So that's what's in this jar. And this was super easy to make. And what you do is you take dates and you soak the medjool dates in water, in very hot water, for a few minutes, and then add them to your blender or your food processor, along with tomato sauce, apple cider vinegar, and a bunch of different spices like smoked paprika, granulated garlic, onion powder, salt and pepper, and you blend that and make your own very tasty barbecue sauce. So that's the first step, is you want to get your barbecue sauce made, and it's super easy and it really does taste delicious. And then you also want to make a spice rub. And so I did this ahead of time too. This is the same spices: onion powder, granulated garlic, smoked paprika, and salt and pepper. And I just mixed it all together, and I'll show you what that does in just a couple of minutes. I want to give a shout out to the person that I got this recipe from. This is from the website Paleo Running Mama, and she was one of the search results for no sugar barbecue sauce, and it's really, really delicious, and you don't miss the sugar. It's still very, very flavorful, and the dates give it just enough sweetness to really make it stand out. So over here, I want to show you what I've got. Oh, hi, Judy. Judy Burr is saying that she's trying to watch at work. Linda, hello from Burbank, Illinois. Hi, Linda. Diane, how are you today? Glad to see you with us. I don't know if you do this in your kitchen, but one of my favorite things in the world are sheets of parchment paper, because they help keep everything tidy and less cleanup. So I get a box of these sheets and I use them almost every week, whether you see them in the show or not. I've probably been using them. I'm going to give my onions in here a little stir and then go back to what I was telling you. Over here, I have chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I have rinsed them off, patted them dry, and then I seasoned both sides of them with my rub. And they've been sitting here for about 20 minutes, and that just gets them seasoned and ready to go in the pot. So that's where the chicken is, and that's what you use the rub for. And now in the pot, I've been sauteing some red onions, about a cup of chopped red onions. And at most grocery stores, you can buy those already chopped nowadays, which saves on the hassle at home. But especially if you take your Instant Pot to work like I do, it makes it really handy here. So these have been cooking for a few minutes. You usually need about 4 to 5 minutes to really get onions to start to cook nice. And then I have 3 to 4 cloves of chopped garlic that I'm going to put in the pan. And the reason you leave the garlic for late in the sauteing process is you don't want it to burn. And I think that that's really important. A lot of people don't like the taste of burning garlic in their food. So I'm just stirring the garlic and the onions in. And I'm just going to do that for a little bit here. I'm going to see who else is checked in. Oh, Diane says, is it windy at your house, Diane? We've had quite the weather up here, too. Lots of wind, gale force winds for a couple of days. There we go. Now, I'm going to turn the pot off. It's been on saute, so turn it off. And then here's my little jar of the barbecue sauce. I'm going to use just a little of it. To deglaze the pan. And if you've ever cooked in a restaurant, you'll know that that's one of the most important steps in any dish to bring out the true flavor. And I agree. As a home cook, I think that the process of cooking your aromatics like onions, garlic, herbs, and butter or olive oil or avocado oil, that's the basis for any delicious dish. And you cook them, get them starting to brown, little bits on the bottom, and then you add some liquid and deglaze the pan. Oh, it smells so good in here. All right, now I'm going to add the rest of the barbecue sauce, and that's a little over 2 cups that I'm adding. And I'm just going to stir that around. Hi, Haley Doyle. How are you today? Glad that you joined us. Dixie Moe. Hi, Dixie. Glad that you've joined us. Okay. There. Now, I am going to bring, again, here's a wonderful use for the parchment paper. It just keeps everything so nice and tidy. All right, I'm going to put all of the chicken in. And you don't have to be graceful, and it doesn't have to be beautiful. It's all just going to get stirred around in there. Here we go. I do like to use the chicken thighs. They're nice and moist, and when you shred it, they really have a nice consistency. But of course, you can also use chicken breasts if you would like to do that. All right, now let me wash my hands a little. And now we're going to just stir this all in, making sure that all of the chicken is coated with a little of the barbecue sauce. Very good. And then I'm going to take my lid and put it on manual or pressure cook for 12 minutes. When you are done with pressure cooking, with most meats in the Instant Pot, it's a really good idea to let it natural pressure release for about 10 minutes. That allows any moisture to go back into the cells of the meat that you're cooking. And so you're going to do a 12-minute pressure cook, a 10-minute natural pressure release, and then open the lid very carefully and take out onto a plate your chicken pieces. While the chicken is cooling a little, you're going to turn the pot back on to saute, and you're just going to cook all of the sauce in there for 4 to 5 minutes. And if it's a little too runny for your tastes, you will have had some extra of the barbecue sauce, and you can mix that with a little cornstarch or arrowroot flour and then add that in and cook it for a couple of minutes, and that will thicken up your barbecue sauce. This is about the consistency that you're going to get though, and for me it's just perfect. If you were going to serve it on a bun, you might want it a little bit thicker. So you can serve this dish in a number of ways. We're going to have it for lunch here at the Quick and Carry Kitchen. We're having sweet potatoes with the barbecue chicken over it. You can also do it over white potatoes. You could serve it on a bun. It is delicious in any way that you would use another kind of barbecue chicken, but you've made the sauce, so you can control how spicy it is and how sweet it is. And I think this is just a perfect recipe. All right, let's check in on who's there. Oh, my sister is showing up today. Hi, Sarah. Glad that you're here with us. And Lena, I hope that you're watching today too. Special shout out to you. So let's review very quickly what we're doing today. We've made a barbecue sauce using dates instead of sugar. It's very, very delicious. We made a rub that is a complement to that went on the chicken. Everything goes into the Instant Pot for 12 minutes. You bring the chicken out after it's done cooking and you shred it. You add it back in, and then you have delicious barbecue chicken to take to a picnic. It's finally spring here in northern Michigan, so we're all thinking about what can we do outdoors. We've been locked in our houses for 5 or 6 months up here, and we're just anxious to go to things like picnics and potlucks. This is the perfect kind of a dish for it. So I'm going to remind you, one of you is going to win a bag right now today, and then one of you who's watching later is also going to win a bag, and we'll announce that winner next week on Friday's show. That will be our special Mother's Day show, and I'll have a special brunch recipe or two for you to make Instant Pot brunch for Mother's Day. And so we'll announce the winner then. And we really want to encourage you to share our show. Ask us questions. Do you have recipe questions about this recipe? It is always available with detailed directions over on our blog at quickandcarry.com. You can always find all of our recipes written out with instructions there. If you want, we'll send you a PDF of today's recipe or any of the other recipes that we have. And you can always ask us Instant Pot questions too. We love hearing from our viewers, and I would also be thrilled to have ideas from you about what would you like to see us cook. If there's something that you've wanted to try in the Instant Pot but just haven't done yet, what would you like to see us cook here in the Quick and Carry Kitchen? So who's going to win today? We're going to find that out very soon. I think we're going to know that in just a second here. Who's our winner today? Oh, Judy Burr, you're our winner today. Congratulations. Let us know what size bag you need, and I'll be contacting you after the show to send you one of our wonderful Quick and Carry bags. And then somebody else who's watching after the show is done live today, somebody else is going to win another Quick and Carry bag. If you haven't tried one, look us up. They are awesome. They're great bags for taking your Instant Pot with you wherever you go. You can take your accessories with you. You can store your Instant Pot if you don't have a lot of room in your kitchen. We designed this bag to be wonderful for all of you Instant Pot cookers, and we even have a wonderful slow cooker bag. Last weekend weekend, my daughter and I went on a little drive around, and I took all my camera equipment in our quick and carry slow cooker bag. They're awesome bags. So thank you for joining us today. Congratulations, Judy, and I look forward to hearing from all of you about this recipe today or any of our other recipes. Have a wonderful spring weekend wherever you live, and like Julia Child used to say, bon appetit!